Hello friends, welcome back to Mochi Gaming. Today we are going to be showing you guys some of my favorite kind of mini games to play in Animal Crossing. Some of these things I kind of invented. I don't know if it's invented or like created myself, and I hope you guys enjoy it and just have fun with your friends and all of that. So this is kind of related to like AC burnout and stuff like that, just like things you can do with friends, because I know that like in Animal Crossing you can rarely do a lot of things with your friends, and a lot of you guys may still be social distancing or should be still social distancing and may not be able to see your friends and all of that good stuff. So we're gonna be doing this so you can play some virtual Animal Crossing with your friends. So let's start off. This is our first game, which is the fashion treasure hunt. So I've set up a fashion runway right here, but the main contestants of the kind of game, or like the main like meat of the game, is all these kind of clothing items laid out around the island. And you can definitely modify it if you don't want to just like scatter things across your island. You can definitely modify it to be like, so you have it all kind of surrounded by the fashion runway and not actually just everywhere on your island. So that's just a sneak peek. There is literally clothing anywhere and everywhere on my island, and I set up these little kind of vanity mirrors so they can change their appearances and all of that. But the basic concept of this game is they have to go out and they have 10 minutes or 5 minutes or however many minutes you want to give them to find kind of clothing based off of a theme you give them. So like, say you want to say like everyone gets something like a fancy clothes, then they have to go and try to find like a fancy little piece to put together. And I think it'll be very, very cute. It's something like a scavenger hunt, but also kind of a fashion runway show, fashion show thingy, all combined together. And I think it's super, super good. A game if you guys just want to have fun with some of wacky clothing and see what you guys can come up with. Get some wacky themes, like what would you wear to like a first date or something like that. And I think it'll be very, very interesting. So that is our first game. Let's move on to our second game. Alright, so our second game is kind of different. It is not really something you particularly do with your character and stuff. It's something that takes a little more time in planning. Well, all of these games take time in planning, but this one is a picture scavenger hunt. So I'm gonna take a picture right here of this, and then I'm gonna edit it and make it kind of blurry or just distort the color or something. And then basically what your players or what your friends will be doing is finding where that picture was taken, take a picture, and then send it to you to make sure that they know where that is. So it's kind of just a little picture scavenger hunt with kind of variations on it. And I think it'll be very, very cute because it lets them kind of explore your island and get a good look at it. You can even pick like really bizarre places, like say like you have a specific thing right here, like and then you take a picture very zoomed up to like these pine trees, like, do you know where this pine tree cove is? And it's supposed to be zoomed up. It's supposed to be kind of hard and kind of challenging, but I think it'll have your friends kind of going around your island and really getting to know it. Alright, so that is game number 2. Let's move on to game number 3. Alrighty guys, this is game number 3. It takes quite a few players actually. This game takes about 6 players at the very minimum. You can definitely have 8, but it does take an even number of players. And what you're going to be doing is basically running through this little obstacle course and then dropping your ornament onto this kind of checkered grid of whatchamacallit, of a Tic Tac Toe board. So what they have to do is kind of go in pairs, and they're gonna take their color and drop it somewhere. If you do not make a tic-tac-toe line when you first start, then it's gonna repeat back to the first player, and the first player, they're not gonna have these balls anymore because it's gonna be dropped onto the board. So they're just gonna run over, pick up the ball like right here. If say, oh, I need to drop something, it's probably easier to show you guys in a visual representation. So gonna drop this item. So let's say I had my oranges placed here and it doesn't match because I have my 2 oranges right here and here. I'm gonna pick up this orange and then I'm gonna come here and then I'm gonna drop it. And it's basically the first team that gets to a tic-tac-toe will win. So yeah, it's a little bit of a twist on tic-tac-toe, like the original tic-tac-toe, and I think it'll be very interesting as a team relay race. So if you guys have a lot of friends and you guys are looking for something to do, this is definitely something you guys can have fun with. Alrighty, let us move on to the 4th game, question mark. Alright guys, next game is Music Theory. So shout outs to Math Yoda for giving me this idea from the Survivor Islands, but this game is basically you have a full house, or it doesn't even have to be a house, you could just have like the music player. This is different because I have to stream this, so I don't want people like looking at what song it is on stream or something like that, but you guys can definitely have it in like a room or something where they explore every room and they're supposed to figure out what song is playing. So players would have some time to like listen to the song and just kind of figure out what it's playing. But do know if you do put it in rooms, then you might have to gate it off, because if you do this, then you get to see what song is currently playing. So as you guys can see, that is only me, and basically what you're trying to do is just guess what song is playing. You can definitely have some like more known songs like Bubblegum or something like where people will know what it is, but you could definitely test your friend's theory or music theory, and that is that. So let's move on to game number 6. Ready or not, here I come. So game number 6 is a classic. It is going to be hide and seek. So this comes in 2 versions. Basically, one version is players would have to hide, and then the person who's the host of the island will have to seek, and the other version is the host will hide and the players will have to seek, and the first player to find them will be the winner. So it's very self-explanatory. You definitely can mix it up with certain things, but what I like to do is when they're found, I like to play this game at night because I don't know, like hide and seek at night just kind of fits a little more. And what they're trying to do is once they're found is they have to put on like the light bloopers, the ones that Isabel gave during the August nights, like the firework nights. And it just makes it easier to see who is already found and all of that. Alrighty, game number 6, question mark 7. I'm not too sure anymore. But the next game is football. So this I got off of inspiration from something I watched on Snapchat. I don't know if you guys follow it, but it's this one Snapchat discovery story that is Animal Crossing based, and I saw it where it was basically, so the host will stand in the middle, wear a football cap or whatnot so that you can act like the ball, and then the players will have to push and nudge you to their side of the goal. So all you need for this is 8,000 Nukmao points, because you will have to buy these 2 gigantic rack thingies or whatever they're called of soccer goals. Oh my god, I need help. But it's just basically once you touch the goal, then the team wins, like if you can't push any further. And I would recommend this amount of space because it's just kind of nice, and I would also recommend having water on it, because just it won't be you're pushing it off limits or something like that. Just boarding it around and then having this little competition will be very, very fun. I think it's very chaotic, and it's definitely going to spark some interesting conversations in your group. Alrighty, the next game is more of an explanation game. You can't really see it on my island, but it's called the DIY collection. So basically what happens, make sure you check that everyone has like certain DIYs that they can make. Let's say like really simple DIYs like the wooden chest or something like that. They will have to go and collect wood, maybe find the tools to do that, like make your make sure your friends don't bring tools, or and then lock the store, make sure that they can't get tools, and then use scattered tools across the island to like hunt for, and then they have to collect the tool, they have to collect wood, and then with that they have to make the wooden chest and then color it a certain way or something like that. It's definitely very interesting. It's more like a scavenger hunt than anything else, but it's definitely kind of persists with that scavenger hunt category. So I'm just kind of thinking of different variations, but that is definitely a variation you guys could use if you're tired of like the same old scavenger hunts. All right, moving on. All right, for all those hoarders out here, your perfect chance to use all of your random things that you've been hoarding. So this game is Cluttered Memory, or what I like to call like I Spy. So basically you just fill up a room with whatever you can, random stuff on walls, random things on random things, like that cook topper rice cooker thingy on the bamboo shoot, and then just like a bunch of random stuff, and then you're gonna come up with little questions to ask on what they have seen. So basically you could be like, oh, what color was the lava lamp, and in this case they will have to answer red. And it's just a little fun trinket kind of game where you guys in your group can see who has the best memory once and for all, because my memory sucks and I will never be able to get this game correct. But it's a really cool and neat game. You'll give them about like 5 minutes to look at this and just roam and just kind of gather information. But if you are playing this game, don't cheat, don't take a picture, just rely on your memory and you got this. Alrighty, since we're talking about mini games, how can I forget musical chairs? What a classic game. So musical chairs, you can set up all your chairs in a circle, and what they're gonna do, very self-explanatory, run around the chairs, I guess, and then they're gonna fight for that one chair. And the variation that, or not variation, but this is thanks to the event, or Animal Crossing New Horizons event Discord, that I got to see what they did, and it was really cool because they dropped things onto the chairs so that people can't sit on them, because you can't kind of remove stuff, but you can also do this with like tree trunks, and that works well, but it'll just be kind of gappy too. So it works. You can just remove the tree trunk and it'll be good, but if not, then you can drop items on these little chairs so that it makes it unsittable. And with that, your instrument will be this orcania. Oh my god, I can't pronounce this. Or Karinina. Okay, we're just gonna stop embarrassing myself. But you can like play your music, and then when you stop, they have to sit down. Alright, musical chairs, done. Next. Alrighty, next game is something that's kind of something I thought of, but I'm sure it exists out there, is this game. So I've gated this up because I don't want to step into it, because there's kind of like pitfalls and everything. But this is a matching game, like a iMatch game. So what this is, like, it's meant to be played with 6 players, and basically how it is the players will go in and try to scoop up things once at a time, and then they're gonna try to match stuff, and using like team communication and all of that, they're gonna try to find. So I've like hidden a bunch of random stuff in there, like there's in pairs of threes. Is that how you say it? Pairs of threes. But they're in threes, so you're gonna drop one. So one player is gonna drop whatever they start off with, and they're gonna try to find everything. And if what they dig up isn't what they wanted, then they have to put it back at the same spot, because then you don't want to hoard everything and then just drop it at once. So the host has to kind of I guess supervise that everything is being put back. But it's a super cool game, and I think it's gonna get kind of chaotic because I did add a few pitfalls, and well, Maple kept stepping in them, so then I just kind of gated it off because I didn't want any more villagers to step in them and kind of ruin that. But I think it's super cool, and if you're into some memory matching stuff, this will be a very good game for your group to play. All right, next up is something that kind of just came to me on a splurge. I was just like, "Oh, this is going to be a great game." And I just think of random games and ideas. So this game is called Garden Hunt. So I have placed right here a perfect example of what I want. So this is similar to the DIY hunt, and basically what you're going to do is go around my island and or go around the host island and find these different plants. You can definitely do any kind of stuff, like even trees. You can perhaps put that and then put a tree trunk or something, and then they have to replicate this exactly. So you have to find all these different flowers. It's kind of memory with like going scavenger hunting and all of that. It's around that basis. So I have a lot of games that are kind of scavenger hunt based that kind of has variations on them, and I think it's very cool. So I have a lot of like pumpkin plants around, but they're not all three pumpkins, and they have to find the perfect three pumpkin patch. So I've laid out for my players all of these little boxes that they can put, and then they'll have to stand in the middle once they've finished. So yeah, basically that's the gist of this game. So let's move on to our final and last game. Have you ever felt like you just wanted to smack your friend in the face sometimes? Well, this game is perfect. This is tag, or more what I like to call tag hot potato, because you just don't want to be the last person to end up with the tag. So what it is you're gonna jump around, and when you find a friend, you're gonna tag them. No tag backs. This is no tag backs. You gotta find someone else. Once someone tags you, you gotta give them time to escape, because then it'll just turn into a tag war. So yeah, but you just jump around. You can make this field as big as you want. I made it kind of tiny because I do need to film it, so I need it to be within the space. And you're just gonna tag, and with a 3-minute limit, and the last person to be tagged, so you constantly want to give the tag away and stuff like that. You can't keep it for, or you can't just be standing still, like that's cheating, like at the very last minute try to find someone. But you're gonna try to tag people, and then at the end of the round, whoever still has the tag is out. So you can play like elimination rounds and all of that good stuff. But that is all the games I'm going to be sharing today. I have a lot more games in mind. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below like some game ideas you may have. And if you guys want me to do a part 2 of this video and share all my other ideas, I would love to do that. Just let me know in the comments below, and we will see how this video does, and we will see if I want to do a second part of it. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And of course, I would love to hear all your opinions, so let me know. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye bye!